Here we are. I got Google Earth open. We're playing God. We're going to play Law today. Now we open this. And Lord, save us from ourselves. How does this work if it doesn't open? Okay. This is called a critique of society. And we're going to open America. I hope America's open. Okay, I can't zoom in. I see this. Now if I do this, you see, I can just move it over here. And I can move this here. And nobody can see what I have open. It's really wrong that you would. Okay, there we go. So, here we go. If a social function created society, so too shall a social function be... Oh, God. Look, I have to start over. If a social function created society, so too shall a social function be the unbecoming, unwarranted, and unfettered fall of society. When a person obeys social laws, a person believes they are good. When a civilization obeys social function, all the laws in the system fall into place and everything works smoothly. Although a person may be wondering why they have to obey social norms, do they? For any reason, it's because we told you to. If you don't obey a social function in normalcy, you have a psychiatric condition. You are a threat. Wow, that's really profound. I wrote this. Isn't this great? When a person is behaving in this way, we often ostracize them, creating a rejection system that works because it shames, it prevents, and oftentimes, and usually sometimes, it irreversibly alters these people in ways they will never forget, because humans just like to fit in, and if they didn't want to, they wouldn't be trying to in the first place. So we go up again. Social outcasts exist for reasons that are normally just genetic. Run tests, you'll find it's true. I'll be more specific. A baby is born in a hospital. The parents take it home, raise it, and create a loving, caring atmosphere for this child. When the child grows up a little, there may be reasons he's not normal. He might be too quiet for kids his age, so check if he's an introvert or extrovert. If he's too much energy to be around, he may just need to go outside and burn it off. If he's so loud he says nothing comprehensively and screams nonstop, you know you've got yourself a reject. If he gets fat at a young age, he will just be a reject in his own eyes. I'll get to the point about genetics soon. Imagine this child grows up and in his teens starts being very aggressive with authority. Either he's right about his anger or he is just lashing out. If he can't control his temper, there is something wrong with him. If he's always angry, he will always be angry until the day he forgives and forgets what he's been through. If there is a reason genetics don't make our body what it is, then our environment doesn't do it either. So let me rephrase that. If your genes make you who you are on every level, you have to believe you aren't your genes or be dead to know the difference. Grats. Although primarily laughable to those who get the gist, there are a lot of people that don't believe genes even matter, or somehow erroneously choose to ignore the evidence that they exist, while ignoring the research which is quick YouTube shorts to prove genes are real. Why? Because you can see DNA. Your genes are just the compiled effort in your genome to create who you are through your DNA sequence pattern. Although I'm not going to get into the metaphysics of DNA yet, I do need to prove that your genes make you who you are. Okay, so a 50-year-old man named Randall believes he's God. He's done nothing his whole life creatively. Sits in his glass house pretending he's king tough shit, befriending no one. On the undercurrent, he's a serial murderer, down to 50 victims. Unlike most pathological psychotic individuals, this person is too keen to never get caught. He never will. In fact, he dies after he retires from murdering innocent men in their sleep for being rapists. Of course, you might be wondering why I wrote any of that. Just believe it's not some fabricated form of projection that would falsify any notion that this person believed he was real to begin with. Imagine Randall. He murders his last victim. He finds no solace in life, but through his grandiose claim that he is God, he finds solace in his own undoing. Though he's too good to be true, he knows he has to stop. So after some quick soul-searching, he realizes his mom told him once that when he was 4, that he was a killer, and that his dad was Jesus Christ. Wow, I would love that life. Well, at the beginning anyways. And his whole life will be better than the rest of the others out there. If that were true, he believed it. Though she said it once, it stuck with him. Imagine his whole life believing on the background noise that he was God nonchalantly, and that somehow... And that he was somehow good enough to be God, and that his mortal coil was just a vessel for our Lord to murder rapists who slept with guilty conscience all night. If there's a reason he's genetically disposed to be this person, he is a psychopath. If he isn't, he's schizophrenic. But he's too simple to believe in what he's doing. He just does it. Unfortunately, psychopaths are genetically superior to us in that they aren't afraid to do what they know is in their own power to do, usually because they're better than us. They can be mean, ornery, and oftentimes retaliate in violent and vehement backtalk. Though it skipped. Though my point is that this is a psychiatric condition for the God man we just covered, my point is clear that this person is genetically disposed to his environment, and no matter what his genes are, what make him who he and what he is, no matter what, you can't prove this wrong. No matter what, you can't prove this wrong with any level of running tests on your DNA. If there's a lack of evidence, claim the doubt you hear in your own idea about it, and figure out if your mind would exist separately from your genetics. It would not. God-man proves one thing. No matter what we do... Well, hold on. God-man proves one thing. No matter what we decide, our free will is always a conscious decision to sit down and meditate. If you don't meditate, just do it. Congratulations. Now, listen to me talk. I'm going to flip this thing around. How do you do that on here? You can't, dude. Oh, that's mean as fuck. So look at Earth here. Now, imagine that was a psychopath. That's a psychological condition. Now, for instance, that whole belief in God is a psychiatric. Do you see the difference now? Psychology, psychiatrics. Psychology, psychiatrics. Now, let's zoom in to where I live.